What?
All right, we're live. We're live, everybody. Hello, everyone, and welcome to It's a Swirl World. And per usual, I am Piper.
I'm Dee.
And I'm Danny.
And today we are doing a very special episode. Obviously, this is not our exact time, not our exact day, but we're doing a special Loving Day episode. And before we get into all that goodness, let everybody know that this is a safe space, and none of us are going to say anything politically correct. So if you're sensitive, don't watch. If you think we practiced, we didn't. This is all off the cuff. So let's all have an adult conversation. You know, keep your arms and legs in the vehicle at all times. And nobody get offended. Let's just have mature adult conversation. And just so you know, we reserve the right to block you if you're rude, or we don't like you, or you dressed funny today, whatever the case may be. So, with no further ado, this is It's a Swirl World Loving Day edition.
Yeah, so where's the applause, Piper?
Oh,
You're missing the button.
the one time I don't have it.
The one time you can
Yay! So before we introduce all these beautiful people, look at our panel. Look how amazing they look.
Yes.
We just want to explain for those who are unaware of what Danny's going to explain what Loving Day is.
Yeah, Loving Day is was started about 13 years ago, and Loving Day is the is Piper down? Piper's down. Are we down? Or everybody else is frozen. Are we good to go?
We can see you.
Okay.
I can speak.
Fine.
So Loving Day was started about 13 years ago, and it's a celebration of the 1967 decision by the Supreme Court in Virginia versus Loving, where Mildred and Richard Loving took their case all the way to the Supreme Court with the help of the ACLU to overturn the laws that were keeping people from being wed interracially. And so this is like particularly important to us in the Swirl community. This is a celebration day where we can celebrate the fact that we are able to be married and be together, and it's awesome.
In America.
In America.
In America.
Alrighty. So let's get on with introducing our lovely people who have graced us with their presence today. We're very grateful for them. We're pretty sure you guys have seen them, but if you haven't, we want to start with lovely Christelyn.
Hey, y'all. It's your girl who swirls. I run a blog called Beyond Black and White. That's beyondblackwhite.com. I wrote a book called Swirling, and I'm also on YouTube. And for those who don't know, I focus on interracial relationships, particularly black women and the men who love them.
Okay, well, thank you. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
We've been saying that we were going to do this forever, and it finally happened, so we're excited to have you here. And all of your knowledge and loveliness and gracing us with your presence. You look great.
Oh, thank you.
And next, our girl, you guys have seen her all up and through the comments. She has been our supporter from day one. She is definitely our ride or live chick. Crayzinlove.
Hi. Hey everyone, welcome to the Hangout. I'm Crayzinlove, aka Deshay, and this is my husband.
Hey, I'm Bo. How are you?
And yeah, we're excited to be here, and we're ready to get into some chats about swirling.
Where can the people find you?
You can find us on YouTube at Crayzinlove. That's CRAYZIEINLOVE, and we just started vlogging. So if you'd like to check in with us, check us out at Crayzinlove on YouTube.
Yay, awesome sauce.
Yes.
And next we will talk to our peeps, Shelly and Michael. Hi.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
So we're Shelly and Michael. Sorry. We're Shelly and Michael. We are YouTube bloggers. We've been on YouTube for a couple years now, and we just take you guys around town with us and get up to shenanigans every single weekend. So come hang out with us.
Yeah.
You can find us on YouTube, Shelly and Michael, Instagram, Shelly and Michael, Facebook, Shelly and Michael, Twitter, Shelly and Michael.
And Snapchat.
Yeah.
Oh, and Snapchat.
Yes, and Snapchat, yes.
And Tumblr. And MySpace.
You
I'll
guys
just on everything.
You guys are in the comments now, and we just want to quick go to that before Danny introduces his love. We have Kimmy Lucas. She says, "I'm ready. Hey y'all." And then she screams, "Shelly and Michael! Hey gang!" That's Elenzia Thompson. She says, "Hey gang." Ari A says, "Hello, I love Chris Karazin. Hi everybody." Everybody loves Chris Karazin.
Aww.
And then
Yeah.
and
Yes, we did.
who says, "I love my beautiful Piper. You look so beautiful, honey. I'm a crazy fan." AKA Peach Cobbler. All right, Piper.
Oh,
Yes.
All right, Piper.
she disappeared. Piper down. I wonder who that is, Piper.
I have no idea.
Is that a fan?
Do you know who your Peach Cobbler is, Pipes?
Piper.
You know, a bitch got fans.
Yes. All right, Danny.
So yeah, this is my my fiance Mimi.
My fiance. Y'all see how he said that? My
Fiance.
My fiance.
Yes.
How drunk is everybody right
Oh,
now?
they asked about it?
No.
No, I'm still out. There you go.
So
Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you.
get married in
Round of
October.
applause.
In October, in 16 weeks.
16 weeks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so
Coming up.
Ooh. The scary days. The reception. The ceremony.
We're done.
I know.
That's where I wish we
How
were.
will it be when you get both your families in the same room? Almost as
So yeah,
bad
we
as
do
We
we
are
vlog.
just going to keep it, light, like Piper said, just kind of off the cuff and just talk about anything and everything. Is there anything that anyone starts off with before we kind of like jump into our questions? No?
I don't want to bring a downer to it, but just prayers for Orlando right now. with the
Yeah,
news for today.
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm still in shock about it. I'm like, what? I was on Instagram and I saw these posts for prayers for Orlando, and I just, it's just
Well,
so.
Danny, what happened in Orlando? Or
Okay.
Chris, you want to talk about what happened in Orlando for those who may not know?
Yeah, well, apparently this is the worst mass shooting on American soil in history. A man who has a problem, obviously, with gay people and apparently reportedly has some ties to ISIS, shot up a club in Orlando, a gay club, shot 103 people, killed 50 of them and wounded 53 of them. And the fact that it happened on the eve of Loving Day is just so symbolic of where we still as a nation, how far we still have to go. I mean, they're in our fight too. They're in the periphery of the fight for equality as well, and my heart goes out to them.
Yeah, great. So we
Yeah,
have
it's sad that the 53 people that were shot that weren't dead are most of them are in critical condition, which is so they're right now they're fighting for their lives. So prayers for them right now.
Absolutely.
All that stuff. So yeah, it's sad. It sucks. I don't mean to bring it downer with the first thing, but it's just been on my mind all day.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
What's that?
I'm with you on that as far as it being a downer for most of the day.
Yeah. So let's lighten it up a little bit. So Lenzia says she wants to know how did everyone meet. So Shelly and Michael, you want to talk about that?
How did we meet? We met we met kind of out on the town. I was out with a girlfriend. We were celebrating her getting a new job, and we went out to have some drinks, and this pest came up to us and would alone. He saw the pest, came in, rescued us.
Oh.
Buy me a drink, and I haven't been able to get rid of him ever since that night.
No, and the funny thing, I always tell her, this was meant to be, because that night I had no intentions of going up to the place, but there was a liquor store like kind of next to it, you know, part of it, and I had just gone up there because my brother had my nephews down, and they were all spending the night over at my place. And I said, well, let me just go get something to drink, and we'll just end the night in. I go up there, and I had just kind of peeked in there just to kind of see, you know, like, what's going on? And I saw her and her girlfriend, and then I wound up going up to my truck. I put everything in my truck, went back in. And if I wouldn't have taken that time to just go up there at that point in time and look in there to see just what was going on, I wound up going back inside, and then I did everything I could to try to, because she kept staring at me as soon as I walked in.
Oh, now.
She's yeah.
So at the end of the night, he asked me for my phone number, and he called me the next day, and we've been together ever since that day.
Hey.
Awesome.
We love a good love story.
Yes, we do.
Say hi since you interrupted. Say hi.
Hi.
So
Little
cute.
Emma, even for her toothbrush.
So cute. She's so adorable. So adorable.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, Shay, you guys want to tell us how you guys met?
All right. I'll let you start us off, Bogatti.
I was the one to message her first on OkCupid.com.
Okay, Cupid.
Yeah,
What made
basically.
you message her first?
It's been over 2 years. I really don't know what started me toward, or what pushed me towards her, because I had been on that site for at least a year before I noticed her. It's like, I think I started with the rudest comment I could think of, but followed it up with everything as legit as possible. Like, you know, I let her go to your chest or something like that, but I still followed it up with everything as natural as possible, and, you know, and ever since, like, that was the only bad thing I said about her, like, to her face.
See what I have to deal with? But it's really funny. I signed up for OkCupid, and I signed up for Match.com and paid my $75. And then this fool messaged me like the same day. And ever since then, like Shelly and Mike said, we've been ace boon coons. We've been together ever since.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, we moved back and forth on OkCupid for at least a couple of weeks before we did Skype the first time. Then maybe another couple of weeks after that, we finally got our first one-on-one date.
No, he lying. We Skyped the same day that we met, and then that next week.
Regardless, we vetted each other to the best of our abilities to make sure that one was as legit as the other claimed to be.
That's because that's what Miss Christelyn says. She says to vet.
That's right. And I am not like above paying the $20 to get a background check these days.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, my mom works for the government, or she used to, so she has cool.
Right.
I ran a background check on Mimi.
See? Take some credit score.
Hey, she didn't me.
It's not credit, it's credit. Check the credit.
Put some respect on that credit. My I have a Facebook friend. She and I used to work together years ago, and she put up the cleared background check of her husband and says, "Yeah, I got a good one."
Yeah, you always have to make sure you didn't get the killer.
That's right.
Killer's gonna have good.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, killers can take donations and give it to poor people.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so
Yeah, but the killer really doesn't have a good background. I mean, they probably kick puppies or something.
Judged not by a person's past, but what they do. Maybe.
yes, I'm in agreement.
Sometimes.
I'm in agreement with you, Bo. Danny, Nene, do you want to tell us how you guys met?
Danny's gone right now, but we met online on Plenty of Fish. He messaged me. Of course, Plenty of Fish is out there. Anyway, we met online on Plenty of Fish, and he messaged me first, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I messaged her first, and then I got a message from her. Like, I messaged her, she responded, and then I got a message like within like 5 minutes after I read the message. Oh, I guess you're not going to answer me. So never mind that.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, no. I'm just at work. I'll get back to you. And I ran a background check, and I went to Oregon. I did, too. I was like, it was hard getting her social security number for her. For that, and I went to Oregon, and actually we talked the entire drive that I drove from Oregon back to California, which is like a 14-hour drive. Wow. We talked the entire time, and I was like, let's go get some food.
Yeah. And in our first date, I didn't wear no makeup. I wore like, I just threw on some clothes. I was like, whatever. Yeah. You're going to see me without makeup today. I don't want to hear it.
So we went and got waffles.
Yeah.
And then like a little bit after that, I recognized her from Christelyn's show. And we were like I was like, you know this person? She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, no, I know you. I've seen you before.
That is such a crazy coincidence.
It's nuts, too.
Really?
Because when I first saw her, I was like, wow, that girl's cute. She's probably going to get chosen.
Aww.
She's off the market.
Awesome sauce. Well, let's go to the comments, guys.
Yeah.
So, Kimmy says about Emma that she's a little doll, and Ari says that she has your eyes, Christelyn.
Oh yeah, I know she has those like mischievous imp eyes that when she's doing something she's not supposed to do, they like curl up like a cat. She's like,
she also says, so cute, Shelly and Michael. Thanks for sharing your story.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks,
she's like all up on it, you guys. And then she thanks Danny and Mimi. And she says, dang, ha 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 ha. So she's all up on it.
Okay, so I have a question. It's like an informal study. I have a feeling that with the rise of online dating and the internet, there's actually a correlation between interracial marriage and the huge uptick in interracial marriage and online dating. Like, I think there's a relationship there.
I agree. The fact of the matter is, like, Shelly and Michael, like, your story, I hate to say it, it's almost rare nowadays. Because people are just not approaching people, in this manner, and it's an unfortunate thing because meeting someone organically is a great thing, because there are no pretenses, and you don't always. I mean, you get the crazy later, at some point.
In like 6 months.
You almost don't have the time to kind of weed it out like you would with talking on the phone, and you haven't met yet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think that people who may think that they're just on the surface so different it allows for them to have some protection against the feelings of rejection, and so they're actually a little bit more brave. Like maybe the people, like say for instance with my husband, I met him before there was online dating. We met in a Yahoo chat room. But
oh wow!
We literally met in. Do you guys remember chat rooms?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We were kids in the late '90s.
Chat room.
Yeah, it was the Southern California Yahoo chat room, and my husband is he's so shy. He would have never gone up to me. He would have never met any other way. And it still plays out. I mean, he's still very shy, but he was brave in that sense, and so I think that it allows for people who maybe would be a little bit hesitant to meet somebody like the way Shelly and Michael met, to connect and not feel like, oh, she may reject me.
Yeah, so when people speak negatively about it, I kind of just dismiss it because, oh, they're crazy people online. Okay, listen. So I met my daughter's dad face-to-face organically, and that's the craziest person I've ever encountered in my life. So, with that being said,
it's true. My apologies.
So I dismissed the idea, I think there was something out where you guys are. I don't know if it was in California or like somewhere in Pacific Northwest. I'm not really sure. I can't remember, Danny. But it was a young woman who met someone offline and he killed her. Okay, I could walk down the street and someone can kill me. So, I mean...
No offense, but be specific on that.
Yeah, but there's also, precautions that one should take, especially a woman. You need to meet, obviously, in, a public place. Let someone know where you're going to be.
Right.
And how long you're going to be there. I mean, that's just basic stuff. So, that's unfortunate. But I'm an advocate, full-on advocate, of online dating. And then and so forth. So.
Well, I have something to say about that, because I think that some people meet online because it makes it easier. Like a lot of guys who are afraid, or even women who are afraid and are just stepping outside of like their racial boundary. It's kind of easy because they get to escape scrutiny from their family or friends, and they can just do it in the privacy of their own home, see how it works out, and then they can just pop up and show like, okay, there's this new person, and who cares about race, because they've already kind of figured it out, like behind the scenes, without having to, have everybody along for the ride. So I think personally, like that's a lot of the reason why probably a lot more men and women approach each other a little bit more, or different races specifically, because they finally kind of have that privacy and the outlet to do it without judgment.
Absolutely.
Yes. It seems like they have more confidence when you're talking to somebody, over the internet or whatever, instead of right in front of your face. And once you get comfortable with them, just talking to them, and then when you get together, it's a very awkward situation when you have somebody come together like that. Like, I don't know, I'm a little bit older, so that's how we've always done it. Growing up, you didn't have the internet and all that. You met online. So.
Well, I'm a huge advocate of meeting people online, because even though he and I met organically, I did online dating for years, and I met a lot of really nice people and dated a lot of really nice people.
Yeah.
You can always pick and choose who it is that you're talking to and who it is you decide to talk to.
Exactly.
Instead of sitting there trying to look at them at a club or a bar or in the park, and you're going, man, I only have a small window of time to say something or make this person think that I'm interested in.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
Online, you can look at them and go, huh. Wonder if it gives you days to think about it.
Right.
And if I might add, I think being on the internet and online dating, it connects you with people that you may have never crossed paths with you guys. Yeah. I would have never met any of y'all had it not been for the internet. And Bo lived in another state.
Yeah.
So I would have never crossed paths with Bo if it weren't for the internet. So I think it's becoming less and less taboo as we advance in this technological age.
It becomes less and less taboo for those who are more open-minded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
something about that, as far as arranging an online meeting, basically give as much space to the other person that you're meeting with. Like, try to make it as neutral as possible. Dare I say, give more ground to the other person if you can. Have one of their friends, on the date so they can say, okay, he's cool, go ahead, spend the night with him or something like that.
Nice.
Fine. But you get the idea.
Wait for it. Wow. It's a couple steps.
Yeah. Like, step back, let her have more pull on the first date than you, just so you can show that you're cool with her making the calls. Then, rehearse roles later on, something like that.
I think it's helpful specifically with interracial dating because, like, I grew up in Oregon, where there was a very small group of black women to potentially engage with, and all of them were interested in black men. So I had no opportunity. Like, I've always been attracted to black women, but how I didn't have that opportunity until it became online dating, and that's actually what got me to California. Was I was dating a girl, we were doing the long distance thing, and I moved to California, to try to be with her, and obviously that didn't work out, and I'm thankful that it didn't work out. But that, I never would have been in the position because I grew up in a place where we just weren't that version of multicultural. We were multicultural, but just we didn't have very many black women that lived in my city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still like that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of places.
Yeah. Like here in Philly, it's very segregated. Very segregated. There's, these pockets of, or these neighborhoods where, it's pockets of white people who are prejudiced as hell. And you don't want to go and it's a big city. It's, freaking 5 million people here. It's the largest city in the nation, and it's segregated still like it's 1960 something. You've got the Asians on this side of Broad Street, and then you've got the Italians on this side of Broad Street, and no one ever crosses.
It's like tribalism.
What's that?
It's like tribalism. Same in Boston.
Okay. Yeah. And,
well, you all know my history of dating a white supremacist, so.
I didn't know about that.
Oh God, Piper. Yes.
What? Oh, please.
Wait. Can we just before Piper
Why
tells
is
us?
a white supremacist a black woman?
Hold on.
Before Piper tells us about her story,
That's hilarious.
Christelyn, I just want to quick go to the comments because they are showing each other the love, which is what we love about this show. That it's just interactive, and we get to see what you guys are talking about, and you talk to us, and then, Alencia says that people are pickier online. That speaks to what Michael was saying about having, just kind of saying, maybe I'll shoot them a message and just kind of seeing where you are and where they are. And then Kemi says, Piper, girl, rock that purple eyeshadow. I'm loving it.
Right. Thank you.
And then she also says, after my dealings online dating for years, for her, there's no other way. There's no way. She said he'll be a friend of the family or a friend, or I'll meet him at a sporting event. Go Sharks. So I guess
San Jose.
I guess online
wait for a
didn't
long
work
time
out.
for that one.
But as you can see, Alencia, it works.
Mm-hmm.
It works. Oh God, you guys! I'm home alone. I just heard this I'm about to take off on you guys. Seriously, I'm about to be like, these are
the kids are.
it's so windy and my skylight just slammed, and I'm like, I'm gonna be out. Okay. Hi Piper, it's Rain. Your show is cool. That's your show. And then Kemi says, I don't care where you are in the world, no matter how many people don't date outside their race. There's always that one who loves the other race and just gotta have them. It's just mankind.
Yeah.
And then there's an uptick in. Alencia says there's an uptick in interracial relationships because Black women with others are just becoming more open.
Yeah.
But it is challenging because of the negative stereotypes of Black women. And this actually is that's a great comment because that kind of speaks to what Christelyn does on her side, and just she's amazing with kind of breaking that down and opening Black women's minds. And some people are offended because our community speaks to the Black woman because that's the place we're coming from. I can't speak to the Latino woman. I can't speak to the white woman. We're here for Black women. It's for us by us.
And we have to admit that it's different. The experience of interracial dating as a Black woman is much different than had it been a race of another woman. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it is. And we have special types of challenges, and the consequences for us are oftentimes what keeps us away. I mean, these are all things and we need these communities because it helps build us up. It helps us to get the courage, and we can draw on each other's experiences and get advice. These communities are absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Ari says, I like online dating because in real life some guys are shy and don't approach you. Now, we talked about that. Christelyn, I think you've talked about that. I know we definitely have. With this whole shy bit, and it's almost as if, for me, Bo, I'm gonna shoot this one to you, Bo. If you saw Shay in, a Walmart, Wegman. No, I'm sorry. Shay doesn't go to Walmart. A
Target. Take her shopping there. All right.
Would you have approached her if she made eye contact with you? Because obviously that's the first indicator.
Oh hell.
And there's like an extended eye contact. Because I'm the eye contact killer. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
It is. Try to find. Maybe like the most common topic between the two of us, if only for about 5 seconds, and try to work with that.
So but you would. The point is that you would.
Like say, no, do not get that Tupperware package. Get this Tupperware package. I promise your food will last you like 2 days longer.
Oh, so you would talk to me though, had we?
F&A.
Yeah.
Okay then.
To me, that speaks to this whole shy, for me it's it, because if you see something, you want it, and then you're going to approach it. And rejection is a part of life, and then, for me, that's a man, and that's what I always loved about Shelly and Michael, your story as well.
Yeah.
But rejection is outweighed by you don't know if you can go for it either.
Right. There just aren't men like you anymore. Like to me, Michael, you're like the man's man, and there just aren't, they want to claim, they're shy. No, you saw someone that you wanted, and so you approached it. And if she shot you down, she shot you down. But you tried.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, and there are so many white guys that love and would love to date and have a relationship with Black women.
Well, I'm coming back down there, okay? I'm just saying.
What the problem is,
Christelyn, we lived in the same city when I was with my ex in Maryland.
Uh-huh.
And I never got to run into Shelly and Michael. But their blogs, I would be like, I know where they are. They're over there. They're over there.
Well, see,
and then when I finally was like, you know what, I'm just going to reach out to them. I broke up. So I moved back home.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was whatever.
But there's so many guys out there that would love to be able to date or talk to Black women that I know of, but they're just scared of the rejection. Mm-hmm. They're just kind of like, they have this thought in their mind that as soon as they start to talk to them, the woman's going to just kind of give them that, who are you talking to?
Well, and let's be honest and say that's not an unreality. Let's not pretend that you know, if you look at the black movies and when you saw like the white guy coming up to the black woman with her girls and they would just be like laughing and, you know, throwing drinks in their faces. Exactly. I mean, so there, and that's what I'm saying. There have been specific media messages that have given cues to particularly, you know, white men that they are not wanted, like they need not apply. And so we've had to sort of disabuse a lot of the misinformation out there because I mean, if you knew, you know what I'm saying? Like if it were if the situation were reversed and every movie I saw, you know, of a black woman interacting with a white guy and his boys are like laughing and joking and like, you know, belittling me, why would I
right.
tell
Why
you
would
to do that?
Right.
But that's women. That's a possibility for any woman that you approach. It may be a different. It may be worded differently. I just think that's like a punk way. I do.
Yeah,
like,
that's life.
Like, I don't even want to be bothered with you because if you're not man enough to approach me without fear, no one wants to be rejected. You know, but you don't take it personally. You move on.
You know what's funny is I'm sitting here thinking of that question that you just asked Bo, and I'm like, oh man, I would probably try to flirt with Mimi, but I would probably fail miserably, and then hope. Like I'd go to my car, and then I'd probably sit outside
contemplating it.
Yeah, I'd sit outside the store waiting for her to come out, and then I'd probably.
And then you would call me and be like, "D, there's this hot girl in the store."
There's this girl.
In my experiences, every time I was talking to looking at guys, I would always notice that they would just stare at me and just stare and just stare, and they're walking away and still staring. And I'm like, you can say hi, say something, you know. You can you can speak. So
I don't like guys who are that insecure. That's kind of insecure for me. When I see a guy who won't approach a girl that he finds attractive, like
here's the thing. Like you have to. Men. But here's the thing about that, because you make some preconceived suppositions about men who don't do that, but you have to understand that there are different personality types. You know, I'll be the first to say my husband would have never gone up to me otherwise. Does that make him a punk? No. I mean, he's been a great husband, a great provider, and you know, had I been like, well, if you didn't have enough guts to come up to me, then you know, whatever, I would have missed out on, you know, having a really great relationship with this person. So I think that you have to sort of, you know, it depends on your tolerance level, but you have to understand that there are different types of personalities. Men who have that swagger, who are not afraid to go up to every girl that they, you know, and they don't fear rejection. Sometimes those are the guys that'll be like not committing. They'll be the ones that are like, you know, you know, just going after everybody. They're the alpha male that they're trying to spread their seed far and wide. And so, like, if that's the kind of man you want, you're gonna also have to get the byproducts of that personality type. Because while that alpha personality type may be attractive, there are also byproducts of that personality that can be problematic. And so you have to take the good and the bad.
But are we speaking to just men in general with regard to women in general and not just black women?
Yeah, no, we're talking about men in general.
Right, and we understand that. Yeah. But I think, you know, I'm not going to approach her because, you know, she doesn't look like she deals with black guys. Like, what does this look? Like, what are you talking about, you know? And, you know, and it's funny because I said that.
I don't see the shy white guy who would be open to approaching a white woman and not be like, he's shy regardless. He's not going to approach Becky in any sort of different. I mean,
shy regardless.
This is Becky. I'm sick of Becky. Throw her off the bridge.
But here's the thing, though. They may find common ground based on assumptions, just like how black people can find common ground based on certain cultural things. They may find common ground that way and then pursue relationships because they've got that commonality. Whereas there may not be from the surface that same perceived level of comfort. Now, I'm not trying to give anybody excuses. I'm just telling you that it goes both ways, because I get that same the same type of hesitancy. I hear it from Black women. They're like, I don't know what to talk about. What do I say? How do I know? Da, da, da. It's the same, this is a human condition. Whereas people who have been segregated for so long are starting to be able to find each other, and you're going to have some, confusion, some hesitancy, and, these are all growing pains that we're both going to have to work through.
Yeah.
Well, Bo and I are from the South, so a simple hello, how you doing today, is a perfect opener. Sometimes I think, we may, especially if you're meeting in person, sometimes we kind of overthink it. Just a simple hello, how are you doing today? That's common ground right there.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know. I go back and forth with the shy guy. Just say hello.
As far as the shy guy goes, maybe, just maybe, she might be into the same stuff that you're into. So don't be afraid to bring up something that you like, and maybe she'll like it too.
Right.
Like, say, the first time I, did try dating a Black woman, it was 2007. Transformers just came out. Of course, that went nowhere, but that's where that started from.
Well, at least you tried to make a connection.
Exactly.
I mean, life's about taking chances, You're gonna miss out if you don't.
Agreed.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Alessia says, that's why you vet, Christelyn, but a man is definitely more confident if he's able to approach. Remember how our parents met. We give eye contact back and maybe even smile. We met them halfway. And she also says exactly the Shay. Right? A simple social intelligence.
Yep.
Yeah.
Social skills.
Basic social skills. Lacking now. Now everybody, it's all Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and we are losing that, unfortunately. And it's a different culture that's starting to emerge with all of this electronics. So there's going to be good and bad involved in that.
And that's a part of vetting too, because if you only want to text or no, you're cut off. Yeah, you're cut off from the beginning. Like
no way.
I'm 30.
Or good morning text.
What's that?
Good morning text.
Yeah,
not even asking how you're doing, just good morning.
My girlfriend hates those. She says because they're mass text messages. She was like, everyone gets a good morning.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
She hates those. But
when we first started talking,
is a freaking sheep.
Yeah. Like yesterday, I got on the train to go down to Center City, so I parked my car at the train. I jumped on the train, and so we have a really good public transportation system here. We got an L train and a subway train, and then all the buses. So I just hopped on the train, and yesterday was some soccer game, like a national or U.S. World Soccer something. It was huge. So all the white people were going, right? So, oh God, when they get on the subway, it's a massive amount of white people, they're going to a sporting event, because all of those stadiums
Well, we can
all of our stadiums are set up basically right next to each other in one area off of I-95, and so the subway drops you off right there. So that's what they do. They'll drive to the train and jump on the subway, so they can drink and be obnoxious. And so I come down, and I had on red, white, and blue, completely unintentional, just what I thought. And then, of course, they all had on their, red, white, and blue. And I was like, oh. So they're like, yeah, America, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like hot and annoyed, right? But I'm like, it's getting right. So this old guy with this beard, he looked like, like a biker or something. He was long, gray beard. He was an older man with a belly, and he's like, how you doing, honey? And, we just started talking, and it's like, I wasn't standing there with the gas face on, with my arms crossed, like, what it is, crackers going on the train. I just wasn't, and I'm just like, they're funny, they're drunk, whatever. And they haven't even gotten to the game yet. And then each stop, we picked more and more up, and the train was packed, and then the lady sitting there, she was like, how you doing, honey? And I'm like, I'm great. Are you going to the game? And so, we're just talking, and then they're like, well, you have a good time. I said, I'm going to the gay parade. And it's just like, hello. It's the hello. You're
And it's
smiling,
interesting that you
you're
brought
engaging,
up
you're
body
cracking.
language.
Just exactly. So who is Matthew? Because they're in the comments saying, "What's up, Matthew? Hey, Matthew." Who's Matthew?
Matthew's here.
Is that Matthew Warner?
Matthew W.
Probably.
Yes, Matthew.
Well, where is he? Because I don't see him.
Oh, there he
He
is.
says hello.
He said hello.
Hi. Alrighty.
Michael was going to say something.
What were you gonna?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I completely forgot.
Sorry, now I'm going on.
I just kind of.
Oh, what were you gonna say? Something about the texting and when we first met, or talking about?
Oh. When we first met, this is a thing. When we first met and we started talking, she would cut me off after like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, remember? And she would go, okay, we've had enough talking for today.
Yes.
For 3 hours a night. And she was like, I don't want to talk like that. I said, that's the only way I can get the meat.
This kind of ties into like the texting culture. That's all everybody wants to do now is text and everything. And when we first met, he wanted to have these super long conversations, and I said, no, if you want to talk to me, you're going to take me out. You're going to talk to me. You're not on the phone for 3 hours. You're not going to text me. No, you want to talk to me, you're going to take me on a proper date.
We went out that next weekend. Okay? But the thing is, I said, I can't get to know you and what you like and how you are unless we talk.
You get 15 minutes at a time.
Ask the right questions, Fred. This isn't like you're selling something.
Sorry, you're
This
alone.
is you're selling yourself.
So today is over.
It was like,
And if I can add on to what you said, Shelly. Oh,
sorry.
And I had to make him chase me a little bit.
I
That's
did.
awesome.
Oh, I chased this
Make
woman.
sure he wants it.
I chased this woman for a long time. Believe me. Oh, we can
Worth
get
it.
conversations.
But I think you made a really good point, Shelly, about, if you want to know more about me, you need to go ahead and set up a date. I know when it comes to online dating, and I'm only citing that because we met online, Bo had a date set up that, 2 weeks later. Like, if you're conversing with someone online, that shouldn't last for, weeks and weeks and weeks at a time. If they're really interested, they're going to try to set up a date at least 2 weeks after initial contact.
Absolutely.
Right away.
Yeah.
Right away.
Unless they're in like California
Mrs.
and
Bubba.
you're in Louisiana, then you might have a problem there.
That's a whole other dynamic when you're long distance too.
Yeah.
That's a whole other dynamic.
Never tried to conquer that animal. No point now.
Mrs. Bubba has joined us. Hey girl, she says, dang, I'm late. And then she says, Christelyn, with a bunch of exclamation points behind it. People are excited to see you, Chris. And Matthew's back in.
Oh, am I back?
Uh-oh. Piper, did you want to tell us about your, hello, Piper?
Piper.
Piper, pipe up.
I'm not asleep. I'm not asleep. It's just lagging.
It would have been great if you was
You're
not saying anything. You were just like present.
Oh,
Like
man.
Bueller.
I literally just texted D. Is Piper awake?
Well, her hand's down, so.
True. Maybe she was looking at the comments.
That's true.
Oh, wow.
Piper, did you want to tell us about your,
Yeah, tell us about the white supremacist. Oh my God, please.
For real. Was he at least a nice guy?
He was a very nice guy.
Okay.
It was a weird situation. I was very young. I was very young and very stupid. And he was, his family was like very big white supremacists. And when he told me that, I remembered that I had seen his brother like in the neighborhood, and he had like a Confederate flag on the back of his truck, and he would like drive around saying racial slurs and yelling at people, particularly me. And so I did not want to meet his family at all. I was like, no, I can't believe you're talking to me. This is horrible. And he was just like, no, it'll be okay. Trust me. I was like, this doesn't seem right. I don't want to do this. I'm scared to death. I kept avoiding his house at all costs. Like, I would not walk near it. I wouldn't go near it. Like, I was so scared. And then finally, he pulls me into his house and forces me to meet his family. And at first, I was scared to death. I was like, oh my gosh, there's going to be a new school lynching. It's going to be me. And I'm experiencing this firsthand. Like, this is horrible. I'm dragging, as I'm walking in his house, I'm dragging up, like, every episode of, like, Roots, Color Purple. I'm thinking about all this stuff, and I'm like, oh no, it's going to be me. I'm going to be that Negro. So then it was so crazy, and then he's like, trust me, they'll like you. I'm like, why would they like me? They like no other black people. Why would they like me? Like they like no other ones, not one. And then it turned out that his family like chose me as their token Negro.
Oh my God.
It was horrible. They were like, oh, you know, you are actually not even black. You're like a white girl trapped in a black girl's body.
Oh my God.
It was so racist.
Ends of racist.
Yeah.
You're not really like, oh my God, I heard that. Yeah. Oh my God.
It was so racist. And then his mom was like, you know, you guys could actually get together and have babies, but what we can do is we can get an egg donated to you.
Oh my God.
From a white woman. Yes. They had it all planned out, like how it could work out and still produce only white children. And I was like, this is the worst experience of my life. I don't think I can. And he's like, oh, and I love you so much. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this. It seems weird. Like, this is so crazy. I'm like, I don't even understand why you like me at all. Like, this is so weird. And he's like, I'm not like my family, and they accept you. And they did. All of his family did. But the problem is I became the token Negro and, like, the speaker for all of black people everywhere. I became, like, the question master. They asked me all these questions about, like, so what do black people do this and this? And I'm like, I have no clue. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm not the black spokesman or spokeswoman of the world. Like, I don't have a clue. Like, we don't go to meetings together. Like, I don't know everybody, and they always thought that. They, like, point out random black people, like, do you know her? No, I don't know her. Like, why would I know her? It was horrible.
Oh, that's terrible.
Like, the straw that broke the camel's back, which there was many straws. There was a lot of straws that broke the camel's back. But he was just, they were like, you know, we just don't see you as black, and you are actually a white girl. You know, you talk like a white girl, you act like a white girl, you're not loud. I mean, there are just so many stereotypes that they just, like, threw on me and then rejected them and said that these are the reasons why I don't qualify as black.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, this is the worst situation ever. And it did not last, obviously, you know, or we're still together. No, it didn't last. It didn't last. But I was scared to death, though, to break up with him, because I was like, oh, when I do, his family is going to come after me. I have to change my identity. I have to do so many things because I'm the token Negro. So when the token, exactly, because when the token Negro messes up, it's like a huge mess up. So I'm like,
let you in.
Set over with this token Chinese lady.
Can we go to the comments? They're like having a complete conversation within the comments, which is awesome. We love it. So Miss Bubba 123 asks, has anyone seen the movie Palm Trees in the Snow?
No.
Okay, well, Piper is our resident, BWWM, ABWM, all that.
AMBW.
All of that. All the other brothers with black women, movies, and books and such. And now Deshay is my resident BWWM person. So I'm surprised you haven't seen, either one of you haven't heard of it. It's on Netflix, according to Miss Bubba.
We're regular. We just now got to the Voltron show on Netflix. At least I did.
It's on Netflix? I've been looking.
As A Day Without You.
Voltron is awesome.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah. I saw A Day Without You.
Okay.
Which is
awesome, but Palm Trees is better, and The Snow is better. So I'm going to look for that, because she told me about a movie last week, and I was up all night watching it, and it was so worth it. It was amazing.
So good.
Those movies get passed down to me too after the show.
You know what, Nene? I'm just going to tell you, because I can't with this guy right here. When I tell you, we fuss just like brother and sister. I'm like, you're the worst. And he's like, I know, I forgot.
I believe it. He tells me.
I'm like, you're the worst. And when I watched it, I messaged him, because I know he's either up or he's going to message me back later. Because he's always up. I'm like, do you sleep? And when he does sleep, I'm like, God, I'm surprised. And he's always up. And I messaged him I just watched this movie. It was so awesome. You got to watch it. So, Deshay, you want to tell us about that movie real quick?
Oh, sure. It's a documentary on Netflix. It's called Closure, and it's about not only an interracial relationship, but a transracial adoption. A white family adopted a young black young lady, and it tracks her journey of reuniting with her birth family. And the director of the movie is her husband, who happens to be a white man, and it's just an amazing story. Yeah, I watched it last week, though.
Okay.
And it's amazing.
If you get a chance, watch it, because of you and Brooklyn Blue, just Didi Russell too, over our Black Women with Other Brothers. Just it's like I look at things, I look at couples and things like that differently.
Yes.
And when I tell you, he was the epitome of a man who protected her.
Yes.
And I got tingles.
Yeah. And there was a line where he said that he wanted to protect her.
Yeah.
Okay. I will check it out.
Bo Olympia says Voltron was epic. She watched all 11 episodes yesterday.
He just started it. So we're going to be up all night tonight.
Probably,
okay. And then Matthew W. says, went to interracial dating and social connections meetup group event yesterday. It was a moderated discussion on Loving Day, and the producers of Focus Pictures were there taking audience comments. Where are you located, Matthew? Let us know where you're located. And Michael, there is oh crap, I don't know who posted it, but they're located in Towson. This guy created a group, and it's interracial, and he's a white guy. And they're from Towson down to DC or Northern Virginia. And it's an interracial. Oh, I cannot remember. I saw it on Facebook. And I was like, I wish I would have heard of this when I was down there. If I find it, I'll send you guys the link. But I know it's I don't know if it's on Meetup. It might be, but it's not just for singles. Is what I gathered for it. I thought it was really cool. Okay. Oh, maybe this is it, because he says that Matthew says he's in Alexandria, Virginia.
Oh, okay.
So maybe, he says I went to an interracial dating and social connections meetup. So maybe that's it. Oh, small world.
Maybe.
Cool.
Cool. That might have been the one that I took. Oh, he said he took it over. Awesome sauce. All right. So you guys want to get into some juicy questions?
Yeah.
I am going to start off and give you guys a question, and I'm going to run it and get my charger to plug in my laptop. But
you guys, I am starting to fade. My throat is starting to hurt, so I'm gonna have to sign off.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm so sick. You guys, I know, like I said, this is a.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
We love having you here. Definitely got to have you back.
Oh, I would love to come back. And I want to have all you guys on. So you guys got to come on to me and we'll do this back and forth ping-ponging.
We'll send you some fingers later on.
All right, feel better, honey. We'll talk
Happy
about
Loving Day.
Bye,
care,
everybody in the chat room.
I like Christelyn. She's very sweet.
There she
Well,
is.
that was dope.
It was.
Yeah.
Dope.
Look at y'all. This is where world is moving up, honey.
Definitely.
Yes.
You know who we were supposed to have Gabe and Babe here today, right?
Oh yeah.
What?
But we gotta say happy birthday to Chad because today's
Happy
his birthday,
Chad.
and so they're traveling
Happy
today.
Happy birthday, Chad.
So they said they will be watching though. So at one point,
Let's start.
did you where you at, D? You must be
She went to go
charging.
get her charger.
All right, so Juicy.
Yeah, she's out for a little bit.
Juicy questions.
Ooh.
I know, right?
I know. I wonder what they could be.
Like,
Okay,
could it
so-
be the questions from the email that we got
From
before
the
we started
email,
show?
possibly. All right, so first question is, if you were to date someone your same race, like celebrity, who would it be? Who would it be?
Mine would be either Henry Cavill.
Yes.
If he was
Your
straight,
race.
what's his name? What's his name?
No, the
I don't know. his
Wentworth
name.
Miller. Wentworth Miller, if he was straight.
If he was straight.
You know
Piper
he's
loves Wentworth Miller, too.
Wentworth Miller.
Yes, I
Oh,
do.
yeah, he is.
He is mixed. Like
He's also
black and yeah, I know. I'm so.
He's cool
And
as hell. He's
that's it.
one of the saving graces from the Flash.
Ooh, the guy from the Flash. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Oh, that'd be
Oh, Augustine.
Barry Allen.
He is so cute.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't watch Prison Break together because she seriously goes, ooh, those eyes, ooh, those eyes.
He's gorgeous.
Because he goes those stairs. Prison Break. He does
Those intense stares. I'm like, ooh.
close up on his eyes.
The guy from Prison Break.
Who's next?
Who's next?
Who's next?
Did he say?
Did you give your answer, Dan?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
I have no idea.
Yeah, Danny.
He does. I'll tell you what
Danny
his
knows.
answer is.
Danny likes
His
black
answer-
ladies.
Yeah.
His
Who's the
answer
famous
is
white lady you
Gabrielle
go with,
Union.
huh?
Gabrielle Union, that's his answer.
Gary,
Oh, yeah.
no, Meg- Maggie good, but that's
Meg
that's
good,
not
too.
that's not
Dude,
that's not
celebrity.
same race.
It's got to be a different race or same
Yeah,
race.
it's gotta be the same race.
Same race
I'm
as
gonna say
old.
if
So
there's white girl, you-
probably like Angelina Jolie because she's like the
Okay.
blackest white girl there is.
Okay, I messed up that. I did opposite. Okay, so mine will be Shamar Moore. I
All
like
right.
him.
Well, that's a good one.
Shamar Moore.
Okay.
And
Who's that?
from Criminal Minds.
Oh.
The black guy from Criminal Minds. And that's it.
Okay, well, speaking of Shamar Moore, Kenny Lewis says, Shamar Moore is my husband.
I'm joking.
I thought Shamar Moore was mixed.
He is. His mama's white.
I don't know who that person is.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is.
Biracial.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I missed your answers. Piper, did you give same race celebrity crush?
With him.
Oh,
don't think
nobody
she did.
asked me.
Yeah,
We're just getting started. Don't hate.
Everyone answers across the board. So, Deshae, let's start with you because I'm looking this, from left to right. So,
Okay.
same race celebrity.
The Rock.
He's biracial, isn't he?
He's
I
biracial.
know, but he's just everything.
Okay.
Who's black? The brothers. I've always gone for the other brothers.
Steph Curry.
But you know what? I'm gonna go with this one. Morris Chestnut. He
Okay.
is just
That
Morris
is, I
Chestnut.
remember
He's
on our
a fine black man.
I remember on our last Loving Day episode, which is forever ago, Candace and Mark Candace, that was Candace's man. Orange Chestnut. She was like, I love that man. Olivia says Chris Webber would be mine.
Yeah, but Kimmy said, Kimmy literally.
He's a basketball player.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? The guy who played Luke Cage. On Jessica Jones.
Mike Coulter.
Yeah,
he is
a good looking guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
He's a good looking guy.
Yeah.
And Nimi, yours is Shamar Moore.
And Miss Bubba just put Steph Curry. I forgot to add him too. Yep. Here we go.
Steph Curry. He like.
Wait. Kimmy said
biracial too.
His mouth.
Blackish neck. Is he really? I don't know.
Whose is yours?
He's blackish.
He's blackish.
Who's mine?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with Omari Hardwick.
Okay. From Power and
Yeah,
being
from
Mary
Power.
Jane.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's a nice looking man, but Tommy, oh god, he gives me chills. Joe, how do you pronounce his last name? But he gives me goosebumps. He's so gorge. But I'm sorry. Wait, I'm supposed to pick, right? Usher.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's okay.
Well, I've always loved Usher. Like, I used to have what I call baby daddies, and John B was one of them. Usher.
I like John B. too.
Allen Iverson until I met him, and then he was off the list.
Real small.
But yeah, Usher has never left the pack. He's always been there. And wait, yeah. Ari says, "How about Idris Elba?" I'm not here for him. I never was.
I got into him.
All right. He's okay.
He can read me a bedtime story any night.
Never.
I probably would totally hate Pacific Rim if not for him. So yeah. He gives the Independence Day speech in his own words. We celebrate our Independence Day. We're canceling the apocalypse. Come on, which one sounds more awesome?
Miss Bubba says the guy that played Black Panther.
Yeah.
Is that Chad?
He's coming out.
Chadwick? Who's that?
Chadwick Boseman.
I think.
Danny, pull up a picture of him.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman. He played Jackie Robinson.
He should, and he played.
Yep.
And he's playing Thurgood Marshall. And Keisha Sharp is playing his wife.
Yeah, then he's playing
I love her.
Where's Michael B. Jordan in on this? Is he just totally falling off or what?
Who? Who's falling off?
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan is should play Kobe. He's perfect.
There's something funny looking about him. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Like, you know who else could get it? Oh Lord. Oh, I'm getting chills again. Boris Kojo.
Oh yeah, Boris Kojo is mixed too.
No sir.
Yeah, he's mixed too.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, we got to do a blacker than black because I'm black. Y'all black. All right.
Also, we didn't do The Rock.
You missed it, D.
Rock is everybody's answer. Come on.
You missed it, D.
Yes.
Nimi chose Wentworth Miller. You don't know who that is, right?
Well, he's not black. But he is black.
No, he is black.
He is
black.
I don't think I've ever been so disappointed when someone has come out. I'm like,
I know. I was devastated.
Oh, so mad. I was like, how dare you?
I almost cried when he came out of the closet.
I know.
It's so fun. So let's go. You know,
I think the
brother celebrity.
He was fine.
Yeah, Wentworth Miller. I've always had a thing for Mark Wahlberg, like always.
Yeah.
And the guy, I don't know his name, but he plays on the Blacklist. Diego, whatever. Good God. I don't know. They need to just can up all that goodness and sell it because that man is fine. God, it's Diego something. That's all I know. Danny, pull him up.
I'm pulling him
Show
up.
him off to the world of those who have not been blacklist, who have not been blessed by the blacklist.
Hishman?
This guy?
Hishman?
Yeah,
This guy?
look it up.
No, I said celebrity other brother.
Oh.
Well, yeah, we moved on. We're the celebrity other brother. So while you pull him up, we're going to ask.
There you go.
Wait, where is he?
Diego.
Yes, God, yes.
That's not helping whatsoever.
I know it's not. You can't really see it.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go, D.
Okay.
I like dark hair.
Well, did we get the men's answers for who they wanted to be?
I can't choose one.
Oh, thanks, Piper, because I was like all salivating over here.
Yeah.
I had to.
I got sidetracked. My bad. So, Mike.
I would say Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson.
That was my pick. On there too. Yep. Okay. Okay. So, okay, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bo.
And who else?
Alicia Cuthbert from 24. If you remember that show from way the hell back in the day. She was Kim Bauer.
Oh yeah, I remember that show.
Oh, blonde.
Yeah, the blonde chick.
Okay.
Like she was my future ex-wife, like 10 years ago.
And then you said Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, either her or the girl from Underworld.
Yeah.
Oh, Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, she's one I regretfully forgot.
Good choices.
Pretty.
Good choices.
She is, and she's cool as hell.
Exoticness. Yep. Okay.
Wait, Ari says, oh, he's hot. He's half German and speaks German. Are you talking about Diego Christelyn?
No, Boris Kojo.
Kojo, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Boris Kojo is, they're a beautiful couple. They really are. Scarlett is thick with, and full lip like a sister, says Bubba 123.
I'm surprised nobody mentioned Prince yet.
I say, forget the girl next door. I know that movie was not that good, but think of the very, very short appearance in Old School.
Okay, well, I'm going to give my answer since nobody is listening to it. I'm going to give my answer.
We're horrible when
Because I did not pick. So, I didn't say my answer.
Okay, well, just say it.
Okay, well.
I would go with Lance Gross. I really like him.
Oh, yeah.
He's very attractive, and he's very built. And every time he takes off his shirt and anything, I'm like, yes, go for it. Take that shirt off.
He's very attractive.
And then there are too many other brothers for me to possibly name. All of the ones who get it. There are so many that could get it. So many.
Michael, I don't know. Did you pick your sister? Did I miss that? Your celebrity sister?
Oh, you wanted to pick a black woman?
Yes.
Oh.
Or Shelly could pick one for him.
Well, I've always had a crush on the Halle Berry. I mean, forever.
Yeah.
That's my girl. But, yeah, Halle Berry. I mean, she's.
And as far as like others, he likes Selma Hayek too.
Selma Hayek, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
She's hot.
Especially back in Desperado.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Bo?
Candace Patton.
Who?
Who's that?
Flash.
Patton. Iris from The Flash.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gorgeous.
She's pretty.
I'm lost.
From
The
Flash.
Flash. The TV show.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, she watched
She
it.
plays Iris.
Iris.
Yeah.
She's so freaking pretty. I love The Flash. Oh my
Yeah.
God, no, we got to talk about The Flash. Deshae did tell me you watched that. Because, Danny's always behind, and I always call him and curse him out. Or he'll call and curse me like, did you watch it? I'm like, no, I fell asleep.
That's my show. Oh, I love that show.
I'm like, Danny, you got to find me the link. I was like, oh yeah, she's super pretty. I'm excited for that storyline.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that storyline.
Except it's every time they get them close together, they tear them apart.
Yeah.
The storyline's going totally sideways.
Anticipation. That's what it
The storyline's going totally sideways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, with the variation that you see the men, they're always married and happily married, kind of like Peter and Mary Jane with Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Then you see it on the show. It's like.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Okay. So here's the next question, and I'm going to start with Shelly and Michael on this one. and I want you both to answer the question. Okay. Have you ever dated anyone that you were embarrassed of?
Yes. I've had a couple.
Well, explain that.
Well, I had one, and she would say inappropriate things.
Like what?
In the middle of having conversations, like if we were out, we could be out with another couple or multiple couples, and she would just randomly say something that was just like, everybody would just stop and not know what to say because it was just that embarrassing.
Something like what? Give us the dirt.
You know, like, I'm not going to say some of the things that she would say because it was very inappropriate. But I mean,
inappropriate.
It would make everybody so uncomfortable that they're kind of like looking at each other, and it's like the conversation just stopped. And it was like, okay, I got to get a shot now. Let's, you know. So that's probably most embarrassing.
As for me, yeah, I did date a guy that I was embarrassed of. This is actually kind of embarrassing to say. But he was so handsome that I would overlook a lot of stuff, but he was just not that intelligent. But he was so good looking. So good looking. But when I would take him around people, he would just open up his mouth and dumb stuff would fly out, and oh God! But he was so handsome. So the pretty face just. But after the pretty face, after I got over the pretty face, I had to let him go because he was just so dumb.
That's okay, because earlier in the comments, I think it was Kimmy, she said, see, women are visual creatures too.
Oh, we are. Yes. People think women aren't, but we are.
Yeah. Oh, Miss Bubba says, D got me into watching, binge watching Flash. Good. It's good. Candace and Flash are so cute together.
Okay, but here's the warning on the Flash. It's very popcorn.
Very
popcorn.
It can't be any more popcorn than like Smallville, right?
Yeah,
that's
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it's about that. It's about that. It's about that same.
Yeah, we can
same
handle
popcorn.
Yeah,
I like popcorn. If that's the case, I can handle that.
Well, we'll go back to Shelly and Michael for my next question, but we'll go to Bo and Deshae on dating anyone that you were embarrassed of.
What you got?
Okay, this is actually the first time I ever did online dating. He was a really nice guy, but when we met, I'm 5'2", and I remember when I asked him his height, like he would kind of redirect the conversation. So when I met him, he was like 4'9".
Just barely made it.
It's like a horse jockey.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. So, and he was very cute. He was really smart. Like we clicked on so many levels, but I mean, I'm already vertically challenged. I can't date nobody younger than me, so it lasted like 3 months, and then we kind of went our separate ways because
Who would have reached the top shelf in that relationship?
Ta-da-da.
You both have a little step
my freshman year in college. My freshman year, so.
I'm sorry, I can't throw into this one. I've never had anybody like embarrassing to date. I've had plenty of difficult relationships, but not embarrassing. So, pass.
Okay. Kemi says, yep, and I will never, in capital letters, date anyone else that I'm embarrassed of again. And that was a good question. And Alenzia says, yeah, actually a few, but no more low-hanging fruit. Good for you, girl. And then Ree asks Deshae, was the 4'9" guy one of those guys that would take selfies that make himself look? Oh, makes himself look.
Yes! It was like the lower, that was back when before touchscreen with the flip phone. So I now that I think about it, he always took pictures like that were angled up. So.
Little cup, trip for
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bubba says that men lie about. Oh, she also says that the Flash is not popcorn; it's steak. And then she says that men lie about their height and women lie about their age or their height.
I do not.
I'm not disagreeing.
I don't like
I'm
that.
not height challenged at all. I'm 6 feet tall, and my mind sometimes I think people think that I'm, in my mind I come across short in pictures only. I'm like, oh, I'm short, and they're like, no, all those legs, no, yeah. So I'm 6 feet tall, and I'm not gonna tell you my weight though, but I'm 6 feet tall.
I thought you were 5'5" or something.
Oh God, no. And then when I met Danny for the first time last summer, it was like a breath of fresh air because I have a twin who's 6'6". So like when I met Danny, I was like, oh, this is great. I could be around somebody who's tall. This is great.
That was this time last year. We were together. We were in Hollywood this time last year.
I know, because my Facebook memories are popping up, and I'm like, oh, I need to be back in Cali soaking up the sunshine. That's okay. I'll see you guys in October. Oh, so Kemi says, oh, poor little guy.
Literally.
Poor little guy. Not just little poor, too.
Piper, were you embarrassed of the white supremacists?
I was that's just young and dumb, but I have a story similar to Shelly that I dated someone for 4 years who was really attractive, but he was dumber than a box of rocks. And every time he talked, I'd be like, oh no, he's going to say something else. It was all downhill, but he was so hot. And I just kept trying to look past that he was so stupid. And then I'd always have to explain things to him. And then I'd use a word, like a big word, and explain what it meant. And then he'd use it in, like, the wrong context and all the time. It was so bad.
Yes, that is very exponential. I agree.
It's like that guy from Damon Wayans used to play the character on In Living Color, and he was like this, Muslim, and he was like all pro-black and radical, and he would, say all these words, and you're like, what is he talking about? And I would excrete the tampons from her peripheral, that kind of stuff.
I remember that character.
Yeah, that was my most embarrassing because it lasted so many years, and he was so stupid. And finally, as I got older, I was like, okay, this is never going to work. I can't talk to you about anything. Like, we just can't communicate at all. He only understood like the thes and ands of all my sentences. That was it. It was bad.
Oh wow.
All right, well, we want to know what you guys are watching on TV. We kind of get the gist of what you guys are watching, Deshae and Bo. So we'll come back to you. We want to speak to Shelly and Michael first because they're not. It seems like they're not really familiar with all of the superhero shows. So we want to know what you guys are watching.
Not that particular one. No, not that particular one. But my current favorite show right now, hands down, is Outlander. Outlander. If you're not into Outlander, get into Outlander. Everybody, get into it.
It's on my list.
Now, what's that about?
It's about a woman from the 1940s. She lives in England in the 1940s, and she somehow time travels back to the 1700s. She's got a husband in the 1940s. She time travels back to the 1700s, and she gets herself a new husband. And she meets all of her 1940s husband's relatives in the past, so she has to make sure that everyone survives so that he has a chance to be born in the future. It's really interesting.
So it's a little sci-fi thing, isn't it?
I don't know about sci-fi.
Well,
but
a little bit, just the time traveling and stuff.
What are you into?
So it's like Downton Abbey meets like Doctor Who meets.
Yeah.
Maybe. Not really.
Okay. Kemi in the comments says that she is watching Beauty and the Beast, and I'm on the last season, is what she said.
Oh, so they have canceled Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
They
and
did.
then Bree wants to know, does anyone watch Supernatural?
Yes, I do.
They had a BWWM in there.
What's that?
I've seen the BWWM couple, like that episode with Dean. But
what?
Yeah, he dated like a black girl, like back when they were teenagers, and they went their separate ways because of the race difference. Yeah, it was a great episode, and they never picked it back up.
I watched it until there was the unicorn that farted rainbows. I was done at that point. There was literally like this episode where this unicorn goes and like stabs this guy and then runs away, and out of its butt is like a trail of rainbows. I was like, yeah, I'm done with this show. I'm 100% telling the truth.
Okay.
YouTube it. All right, you'll see it.
Michael, did you say what you watched?
We like The Walking Dead too.
Yeah, we watch The Walking Dead.
Yes.
Now, my favorite show, I could watch it every single day. It don't matter. Is American Pickers.
American Pickers.
American Pickers.
I just enjoy that.
What is that? I've seen that rather. What is that?
It's two guys. They go around and they find like antiques. They go into people's barns and they pick through it and they buy and they sell and motorcycles and cars and bicycles and signs and stuff like that. It's just really neat to see that. I'm a big history kind of guy, and I really enjoy them. They go out, they hunt for it, and they find this stuff, and it's valuable. I mean, there's things that and it makes you think about, wow, what's downstairs in the basement? Because some of this stuff that I never even knew of, and these things are thousands and thousands of dollars, and you're just kind of, I don't know, I just enjoy watching it because of the history.
Yeah, American Pickers is cool, but it's not as
good
as The Walking Dead, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love The Walking Dead. Is anybody watching Fear of the Walking Dead? We're trying to.
We tried.
It's so good. I don't like it.
It's so good.
It's so slow. I don't like
Yes.
slow.
For me, it's anxiety-inducing. Because you know everybody's going to die.
Yeah, that's true.
Hurt those teenagers.
Yeah, those teenagers on the show are getting on our nerves.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're dead
Especially
weight.
the white girl.
Dead weight. But I'm behind on that, so.
No, that show is weird because they've already said that it will never cross with Walking Dead. So I'm like, well, why even watch it? So I'm like, why watch it at this point? We know they're all going to die. They're never going to be anything. They're just going to die. Like, why watch it?
They're never going to amount to anything.
Like how it started. Like how it really started.
Yeah, but it's not as good as The Walking Dead. I love The Walking Dead.
Yeah. That's our favorite show.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead is really good, especially now that Rick and Michonne are together.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the best.
Totally.
Like, we're totally, every interracial relationship, every single person this Halloween, Abraham and Sasha's great too.
Oh, yeah, Abraham and Sasha, the redhead guy.
But every like interracial relationship this year, this Halloween is going as Rick and Michonne.
Not us.
We have a shortage on katanas and stuff.
Claire is Rosario Dawson.
Oh, yeah.
We have Linger Magazine. That's a new name. Welcome. He or she says, I love The Walking Dead and Fear of the Walking Dead. And Ms. Bubba123 says that she's watching Mistresses.
Mistresses.
Oh, never heard of that.
Oh, that's still on.
Is that on ABC or Lifetime? I can't remember.
I think it's on.
Sounds like Lifetime.
Oh, wait.
Okay, no shock.
Sounds like
I thought that got canceled or something. I
I
only
think
heard
it was a summer series, so it's back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's a summer
Hold up, they killed off the sister on Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah, that was a big thing.
Yeah.
You know why? Because she was doing too many movies, that's why. She's doing the ratings like
That
crazy.
show is like always on the verge of getting canceled anyway, right?
Wait, what?
Sleepy Hollow.
The black girl?
Yeah.
Yes, they killed her off.
Yeah.
Abby is dead.
Killed her off.
What? So what's going on right now then? Just the guy?
She must have.
She's the lead, too.
Yeah.
That's
Alright.
crazy. They killed the black girl off the show?
Can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Second film to a white man.
How is it still running?
My second film.
Get it. How is it still on air if you killed the black girl off?
I have no idea. I think that's the weirdest thing they could do is have the main character die off the show and like try to still make it work.
Exactly.
Maybe she had enough commitment to something else. Maybe she's doing another show.
Yeah, but
Yeah, well, there was some drama behind the scenes because they were leaving her out of stuff.
Aww.
But would
Yeah,
they
like,
have done that?
As far as like commentary and stuff, they were leaving her out. So I'm thinking
When
it
have
was
they
behind
done-
the scenes.
When have they done that with a white character, though, right? Like, when have they cut a white character except for if the white character said,
No.
Never.
Well, they just did that. Well, they just kind of did something like that with that show Castle. The main chick wasn't going to come back, so they just ended the whole series.
Really? Yeah.
They ended the whole series because she wasn't coming back.
Alex did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the show ran
drama
like
on
10
that
years,
show.
so they had a good run.
Yeah.
They said that they had drama on that show too.
Yeah.
Castle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So we've got Chris Sandell. She says, hello all and happy Loving Day. This is Chris from Phoenix.
What's up, Chris from Phoenix?
Hey.
What up, yo? So Miss Bubba says that she's watching Have and the Have-Nots.
I'm behind on that.
And it's a guilty pleasure.
I'm
And
so
I
behind.
understand guilty pleasures. I do. I don't know what I'm watching. Well, all of my shows have like ended, but Arrow, which was terrible, they just need to cancel it. Obviously, Flash, DC Legends of Tomorrow.
Yes, I love that show too, girl. Yes.
Yeah.
They're casting for a black character.
They're casting
on
for a
that,
black character, and I'm so mad about that.
Really? It's good.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Arrow needs a black superhero. That's how I feel. Like they.
I thought Diggle was supposed to get some kind of a black
Whatever her
thing.
name is, she was on there for one episode. She was like, she did magic. She was from Detroit. You guys
She's
remember her?
crossing over.
Yeah.
She's probably crossing over to Legends.
One episode she was on, and she has her own web series though. She needs her own show.
Yeah, I forget what her name was.
Yeah,
they could easily fit Vixen into any of these shows.
That's who it was. It was Vixen.
Was it Vixen?
Yeah,
Okay.
Vixen.
Yeah, that's
She has her own web series.
She does the animal stuff.
But it's,
She has the animal
but it's
stuff.
animated, and I'm like, she needs to be on the big screen. But obviously, Scandal. Obviously, How to Get Away with Murder.
Which ended amazing. Scandal. How to Get Away with Murder was awesome.
Don't spoil it. I haven't seen it. The end of it.
All right.
Scandal's not coming back until 2017.
What?
What is it?
She's pregnant.
Because she's expecting,
Who's expecting?
They don't want to.
Gary Washington.
Such is life.
Yeah.
Again, she's expecting again. And last time it was bad how they tried to cover it all up. They just put her in the white jacket all the time. She kept sitting in chairs.
Miss Baba, Vixen isn't coming to Legends. We were just saying that she should. They're bringing a black character, but we just don't know who it is, right, guys?
Yeah, it's not Vixen.
don't know.
And then Reed says, How I Met Your Mother, anyone? Does that still come on?
No,
It's
that's
done.
It's done.
That's over.
Okay. Says
It's over.
Arrow is such a good show.
Arrow was good in the first two seasons.
Arrow.
During the third season, when they killed Sarah, it fell off.
I agree. I like Sarah. It sucks
Yeah.
now, but it's like it's
Like,
so painful to
whoa.
watch because everybody once everybody became a superhero, I was like, this is whack.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is whack.
Yeah.
Oh, and people are mad because Scandal is not coming back until 2017. Chris says it's bullshit. I agree.
Yeah.
You can work around a pregnancy. Come on. What?
And people are bummed that Kevin Smith is trying to get on every single comic project.
What's that?
People are bummed that Kevin Smith is trying to get in on every single comic project.
Yeah.
Like, he's done an episode of Flash. He wants to do an episode of Jessica Jones, Defenders, and Daredevil. I'm like,
That's doing too
okay,
much.
you know, I'm cool with that.
Y'all got them started.
I know.
Daredevil was so lame. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I love Daredevil. It's Jessica Jones that's lame. I just can't. Oh God. I like suffered through it. I suffered through watching that. Yeah.
Have you guys? Did you guys like watch Shades of Blue? Any?
Is that with Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah.
No.
It's really good. It's really, really good. I love it. I binge watched that too.
All right, I'll check it out. Shelly, Outlander, is that a full season or is that just like a summer series, Shelly?
What show? Outlander? Oh, Outlander is yeah, it's just kind of like a summer series. It only comes on for 13 episodes.
Okay, so is it only around the same time as Power?
It actually precedes Power. Once it goes off, Power is going to come on.
Oh, okay.
It comes on at the same night and time as Power. So once Outlander is off, then it'll be time for Power to come back.
Okay.
Have you guys seen The Man in the White Castle in the High Castle?
No, what's that?
It's from Amazon Prime. And
The Man in the High Castle. I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, it's about like if the Nazis won World War II.
Oh, it's that show. I want to see that show.
And the U.S. is like split, like half of it belongs to Japan, and half of it belongs to Germany.
It's just like the American Revolution all over again.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like historic pieces.
I just watched the first episode, and I was in it. I just haven't gotten back into it because my Fire Stick with my Kodi broke. So.
It's on Kodi?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the last question, you guys, if there's no more TV talk.
Well,
I gotta do. Hold on.
Yeah, we gotta go back to TV talk. Yeah, well,
We ain't
I
done
was
yet.
talking about The Walking Dead when all you guys were into Walking Dead, but I looked to Piper to introduce me to stuff, especially BWWM. So what you watching, Piper?
For TV, well, everything's over right now, so it kind of sucks because I'm not really watching any TV. I watched The Walking Dead. I watch The Vampire Diaries. That's my one guilty pleasure. I don't know why I watch that, but I watch it because some play, and they had her as just like this side, random token Negro character, and now she's finally like a bigger character, and she like has been, like actually has more storyline, so I like that. I haven't been into Scandal for a while because it just kind of started to not be as great. Yep. Pretty much right now, that's it. I mean, I watched Supernatural. Everything everybody mentioned, I watched The Flash. Like, I love The Flash. So everything that everybody else mentioned, I pretty much watched that. But The Walking Dead's, like, my ultimate favorite show. Like, I don't miss it. I go through whatever I have to go through so that I can watch that and The Talking Dead right afterwards so I can feel involved. So, like, that's my show.
What's that other show everyone's always talking about? I see it on Facebook all through my feed, and they kill everybody off on this show too. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, I don't watch that.
Game of Thrones.
I don't watch it, but I was thinking maybe I should stop.
It's really, I don't know. You would probably have to go all the way back to the beginning to start. I tried to watch it. And I went back to the beginning, and I just couldn't get in. There's too many thrones. I was like, oh, so many people, and I don't know how they all connect. So
I don't do dragons.
Wait till after the start of the second season. It picks up its pace pretty quick.
Really?
But I haven't watched any Game of Thrones since the third season.
What's the season?
There's so many people being introduced. I have no idea what's going on anymay.
Character.
Yeah.
I mean, my news feed on Facebook is like always cluttered with Game of Thrones.
Oh wait, there is a show. Everybody should watch it. Outsiders. I watched that show. It's on WGN. It's been off for a while, but its first season was just this last season, and they have a BWWM couple on there. And The Outsiders is about this Appalachian family that lives on this mountain, and everybody's trying to get them off the mountain, but it's really good. You have to look it up because it's on the regular network, WGN, and it's so good. I think
that's the same.
Is
that the Jesus Channel?
WG.
Chicago.
It's Chicago.
Jesus channel.
No, it's the Chicago. I know what you're talking about. There's another one that is the Jesus channel, but it's not WGN.
I thought Underground came on the Jesus channel.
Or something like that.
I thought Underground came on the Jesus channel too. I don't know.
WGN.
Someone asks, wait, because they're like popping in, so I don't know who asked, but they asked if have we watched Roots? No, ma'am.
No, I have not.
No, I have no intention on watching Roots.
I'm not ready.
And then, Daniel's last season.
I love LeVar Burton too much to watch the new Roots.
I didn't hear that it's Scandal's last season. I mean, because look at Grey's Anatomy. It's gone on for 10. So I don't know that it's the last season, but I know it's not. It's going to be a very short season 6 because of the pregnancy. And then, we're asked, are we Team Jake or Team Fitz?
Team Fitz.
Team Fitz.
Not Team Olivia. Like, she just needs to be by herself.
What'd you say, Shelly?
Team Fitz. I don't even watch anymore, but I'm still Team Fitz.
Now, does anybody has anybody ever watched? It's on FX. It's called Tyrant.
No, I've never heard of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were.
I saw a commercial on it the other day.
Yeah, we were thinking about maybe trying to get into it. We wanted to see if anybody watches it.
Yeah, it's called Tyrant.
Well, I'll keep looking in the comments and see if anyone says that they've watched it. But it looks like we got Team Fitz out here in the audience. I'm Team Jake, so.
Really?
Weak.
Yeah.
Jake is so weak.
What?
Jake won. Yes, because I just had a love for Scott Foley from Felicity. Like, I have always loved him.
Me too.
So Bubba says Jake is sexier, but Fitz has my heart.
Hey, speaking of like entertainment, this isn't TV, but movies. Like, you guys know the Loving movie is coming out in November, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It opened to Cannes, and like it was the only movie that opened to standing applause afterwards, which is pretty cool.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
So Mimi and I are trying to get to the premiere.
Okay.
Kimmy says that they're all drunks. Yeah, they are. All I do is drink all day.
On Scandal?
Scandal, yeah.
Scandal,
That's right now.
That's how they are in the Vampire Diaries. It's like vampires are drunks.
Well, because they can't get drunk or they don't experience it the same way, so they just drink all the time, I guess.
They should have ended it this season, and they didn't. They were going one more season, but it's terrible. It is. But I still watch it because I've invested so much in it. I love originals, so I invested.
I love the originals.
Too, because that's another one. I do not know his name, but he is gorgeous. He plays Elijah.
Oh yes, he is.
Oh my!
Is that the one who married Persia White?
What's that?
Is that the one who married Persia White?
No, that's Klaus.
Oh, okay.
That's Klaus. He plays Klaus's brother. He is gorgeous.
He is gorgeous. I did not know we had that in common, Dee. We should talk.
Yes.
I think Elijah's gorgeous.
Slap him up with a biscuit.
So he is gorgeous.
Deshay, I don't know. Did we ask you guys what you're watching?
Oh no. I've been watching Steven Universe on Cartoon Network. I love the show. It's about gems and aliens coming to Earth. I'm pretty sure none of y'all watch it, but I've been watching Steven Universe, and I'm eagerly anticipating this next season of Orange is the New Black because the third season is
it's out today, isn't it?
No, July 17th, right?
Wasn't it out?
Yeah. One more day. There's a countdown on Netflix.
Yeah.
After such a strong second season, that third season was not very good. So
that third season was awful.
Then we watched the third season. I was out there in California visiting Danny.
It
was awful.
It went down. So hopefully this fourth season will pick back up.
Yeah.
But those are the two shows I'm into. What about you, Mr. Gadding?
You know, I'm all about Daredevil. The first season was spot on. The second season, the first 5 episodes were great with the Punisher. But anything with Elektra after that, like, I really wanted to like it, but it didn't have the same, bang as the Punisher did.
I'm with you, Bo. I'm with you. I'm actually on episode 9, and I just don't turn it on anymore. I'm like, Need to watch it. Need to finish it, but I haven't.
It's kind of worth finishing. Like, those who halfway know the comic lore know what's going to happen, but you're just thinking, just finish it and move on to, dare I say, Punisher's spinoff show, or maybe season 3. You know, are they going to move on to Bullseye finally getting into the show, or, you know, what about Fisk getting out of prison, things like that? Just move on. Fisk was really what made season 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just think the Punisher juxtaposed against Elektra, that Elektra storyline was not nearly as strong as the Punisher's. So,
Agreed. Okay.
Yeah.
Even then, the original story is not about Punisher. It's about Gladiator, Melvin. But on the show, Melvin, he's barely a side character.
Comic book nerd, y'all.
Bite me.
Don't get us started.
So in the comments, Reese says that Steven Universe is actually a good show, and I mean, just because it's on the Cartoon Network doesn't mean it's only for kids. It gets pretty deep.
Yeah, it's very smart.
But all the gems are women, and they're all in like weird female relationships, and they can merge together, right?
Yeah, it's fusion. It's called fusion.
Yeah,
fusion is an experience.
Which is a great question from Kemi. She says, what is it that made you fall in love with your spouse? So, Shelly and Michael?
What do you guys got?
Or do you guys need a second? Because Mike's...
Yeah, give me a second.
All right, let's move over to the Shay and Bo.
You go first. I have to think.
Okay, immediately she did not make me feel horrible, and she also accepted my appeal for pop culture.
Yes.
Now, what do you got?
I fell in love with Bo because he's like super chivalrous. He's the first man that I've ever dated where every time like there's a door, he always has to open it. Even when we're walking down the stairs, like I'm not allowed to walk down the stairs like on my own. He always has to assist me. I think that kind of chivalrous component, everybody says that it's dead, but I've never had it within this capacity. So I would definitely say that's what made me fall in love with him. But also how much he loves my family. I swear, every time we're leaving, if we go visit home or when I'm getting off the phone with my folks, he's always the first to say, I love you, Mom, or I love you, Grandma, I love you, baby sis.
Yeah.
And I really love the fact that he loves my family. So those were the two things that really made me fall in love with Bo.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready? Shelly and Michael?
Oh.
I'm totally going to bite the Shay's answer. I fell in love with Michael because he's the perfect yin to my yang. I'm a very traditional person. He is as well. He's very chivalrous. He's very into family, and that was perfect for me.
It's basically, what made me really fall in love with her is the whole, like, you meet a lot of people, and they're not, it's almost like the way they were raised is kind of like not the way you were raised. You know what I mean? It's just that, like, wow, like, how were you taken care of? You know, but with her, it was the same way. We have a video out, if you guys ever get to sit there and watch the video, but, I mean, she does not walk on the side of the road.
Right.
He walks on the side of the road. You know, it's one of those things, and she's very accepting. You know, she's very traditional.
I don't fight that. I just let him be a man. I don't fight that.
She's very traditional. It's kind of like I can see our parents and us kind of thing. I don't know how to, you know what I mean? Like that old school, it's just the way it was. You meet a lot of people, and they're just not that.
Yeah, we're really like 80 years old on the inside.
Yeah, I love that.
And
I absolutely love
that. That's what really pulled me towards her, because it was just like we're both on the same line. You know, we both agree on that, and it just kind of I don't know. It's just the way it was.
some things are beyond words.
Mm-hmm.
You just feel it. That's awesome. Danny and Amy?
I would say his heart. He's a very loving, caring heart. And the fact that, like, I'm going to steal y'all answers too as well. Like, when I open the door, he opens the door for me. He, doesn't have me walk down the sidewalk on a certain part because he's want me to get hit.
Right.
He's just a very caring, loving guy. And I love his family. His family is so welcoming. They accept me for who I am. And on top of that, he has a great, great sense of humor. So that's always a plus. I always pray to God saying, please let him have a great sense of humor. Let him be able to make me laugh. And we have fun together. We always, do goofy things with no care in the world whatsoever. So, yeah.
Yeah. I love that Mimi lets me be.
So sweet.
Mimi lets me be who I am. She accepts me for who I am. She lets me be goofy and weird and all that stuff, and she doesn't get angry when I am myself. She lets me I'm most comfortable when I'm with her, if that makes sense. I'm more comfortable when I'm with her than when I'm alone.
Aww, you guys are gonna make me cry, all of you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, thank you guys for sharing.
Yeah.
And then there's one last question, and then we'll wrap up because we've been at almost 2 hours, and it's 8 o'clock for us East Coasters here. And all folks gotta get to bed. So,
It's Loving Day ain't a national holiday yet, so we still have to go to work tomorrow.
right, we need to fight. The last question is, if you could do or be, I guess, do anything illegally without repercussion, what would you do?
I would rob a bank.
Yeah, I would rob a bank too. I'd rob the Federal Reserve. That's what I would rob.
Yeah, right. Those are gold right there, Danny. Those are gold,
Not even kidding. Not even
Piper,
kidding.
what would you do, Piper?
I have no idea. There are so many people I want to kill.
Purge works.
Kill. There you go. Well, I just want to, read some of the comments for, that are directed to you guys. They say, "Oh, Danny and Amy are so cute," and then they're just talking amongst themselves within the comments. And then Chris says, "The old girl, please." Yes, I'm probably the oldest. Oh wait, no. I'm usually the oldest person on the panel here.
Which is not that old. So just older.
I feel like I'm 80 some days. I do. I feel like I'm 80. And then that's also, Shelly and Michael, what you said hit home for me, because in my last relationship, I was the old person, and he wasn't. And so that's where, there was traditional ways, he very much took care of his family and stuff like that. But emotionally, he was 15, and, I was 80. So when you guys said that, I spoke to that, because he would. He called me an old person. I didn't take offense to that.
Old person. Oh my goodness.
What?
He thought he didn't hear what you said, so I was just repeating it.
Oh, okay. So Ree says that she agrees with Piper. She would, kill people too. And Kimmy says, bling bling baby. So yeah. And then Miss Bubba says she'd kidnap a hot celeb guy. Okay. Oh yeah, they're just going back and forth. So Deshae and Bo?
Well, somebody already took rob a bank, so I'd say I'd be a hacker. I would hack into, not Salome, I think it's Navient, a Nailnet, but I would go in, hack into their system, and clear everyone's debts.
Yay!
Yes! I'd be a hacker so that I can clear everybody's debts.
That works.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What about you?
I'd be all Grand Theft Auto 3, but reenacting it in real life. Give me a fresh shotgun, any car I want, any really awesome car, just walk up to it, open it, and take off. You know, throw in the garage, make me about, what, $1,000 a head, things like that. Steal about 20 cars in one night, give me 20 grand. That's a pretty sweet payday for one night. And of course, I have to leave the country to avoid prosecution.
Well, you can do that because you won't get in trouble.
But 20 grand and just get out of the country, my profit will be gone. I'd have to find some really awesome deal after that.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yes, Grand Theft Auto. Preferably without blowing someone away, but Grand Theft Auto is my crime.
But you could, if you get in a crash, you just resurge somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
Walk out of the hospital.
I've done that cheat code to, stop my car from exploding or stop the cops from chasing me.
I need to play Grand Theft Auto now.
Yes, you do.
It's really good. There just needs to be a real life purge.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, there's in Michigan that thought there was. We killed like 12 people.
That's what they were saying when they were, doing all that stuff in Baltimore. They were calling it a real live version of Purge.
Oh my god.
I said this in our last Loving Day episode, and I'm still gonna hold to this. I would round up all the pedophiles, all of the misogynistic, sexist men who believe, women, girls are second, third class citizens, and kill them all. So that's what I would do.
Okay.
I would do it in a really cool cat suit.
Yeah.
Let's go flash
shot
style.
of Visine or something.
Flash style and send them to a different Earth.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that. I would take, for my illegal profession, I would take all the rapists and the pedophiles, the child molesters, people who like to hurt women. I would take them all. I would torture them. I would castrate them. I wouldn't just put them in jail, and I wouldn't just kill them. I would torture them. I would make them
slow, painful.
I would put needles in their eyeballs. I would really hurt them bad.
So you would go all Wu-Tang.
I would.
No, you would sew their asshole up and feeding them. Yeah. So you and I can work together on this.
Yes.
What was that movie with Clive Owen and Jamie Foxx where that guy did that? Remember that?
Oh yeah. That movie that he gave him something. He could feel everything that was going on, but he couldn't talk. He couldn't. Yeah. It was like he could feel everything that was going on. God, what was that movie?
I don't know.
Remember?
I don't remember the name, but
because he wound up breaking into the house, he raped his wife and killed her right in front of him, and then he grabbed his daughter and
I saw that.
killed her. That was the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, is that
Jamie?
A good intro.
Jamie Foxx went after him. Jamie Foxx was like the detective that was going after him when
he was the lawyer. He was the lawyer.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he was the lawyer. I saw that.
He didn't get any time. The guy didn't get any time or something.
So was he going to be like a vigilante?
He was a vigilante. He wound up going out and he got this guy. And he had money, so he had spent like 10 years figuring out how he was going to do this.
Wow.
And he did it upright.
And then he went to jail, and he was totally fine with it.
Oh, yeah. But then he turned around, and he was breaking out, and he was doing what he had to do, and he was coming back in. This guy was like, and he was just, you got to see the movie. It was phenomenal. Oh, God, I can't remember what it was called.
I don't know.
But my profession, if it was a profession, I'd be a gun runner.
Yeah.
We need those guns. Sweet.
I'd be a gun runner. I mean, I'm big on the Second Amendment. I got a lot. If you know who I am, you know I got a lot of stuff.
Right.
But I just enjoy it. So it would just be like having fun going to work every day. So, I mean, if it was illegal, that's like having a gun shop, though, I guess.
The movie is Law Abiding Citizen.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Which was filmed here.
I've never seen
Yeah, they shot in Philly.
Yeah, that was filmed here.
Yeah.
Because the scenes in the courtroom is right outside of my where I work. Because it's City Hall. Yeah. So, no, I don't see anything else in the comments. But has everyone answered the question. We're good. So I think we should wrap up now.
Yes, this was awesome.
I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate you. And one more time, just tell everybody, Deshay and Shelly, where everyone can find you.
Oh, yes. You can find us on YouTube at Crayzinlove. That's CrayZienLove. And we just posted our first vlog today, so come by and visit us.
Yeah.
You can find us also on YouTube. Our channel name is just simply Shelly and Michael. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and as far as our videos, we just go out every weekend and we have a good time, and we like to take you guys with us. So come hang out with us. It's fun.
Right. Well, thanks again, you guys. Everyone in the comments are just saying thank you. We had a great time, and we had a great time with you. Thank you for engaging. So all our new people, we hope to see you back. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter, mostly Facebook. We'll see you guys next month. We are going to do another set. I guess it'll be our 4th installment, guys, of like our favorite YouTubers, our favorite swirlers. We're going to do that next month. Until then, we are always sending you love, light, and swirl. And we'll see you next month. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Nice meeting you.